Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme for today is connection. So obviously connection can mean so many different things. Connection within yourself, connection with others, connection with the world around us, connection with our mat during yoga. So there's kind of lots we can do on the mat that hopefully we can then take a little bit off the mat. So let's see how we get on with that today. And as always, throughout your practice, listen to your body. Only do what feels right for you today. Let us begin by lying down. Lie down in whatever way makes you feel comfortable. As you close your eyes, soften your body. Slow down. Let go of your day and your world. Let go of the past and concerns for the future. And just be in the present. Accepting each moment as it arrives. And as you lie here, notice your connection with the mat, your connection points. Everywhere your body touches the mat. In particular, noticing where it touches and then leaves and then reconnects with the mat. Feeling that security of the mat just holding you here. Notice where your eyelids connect with each other, where your lips connect with each other. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your body as you breathe, and how that movement is connected with your breath. And then just beginning to direct your breath as you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose or mouth, whichever you prefer. Nice, slow, steady breaths. Extending that exhale. Keeping it smooth. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, let's raise our arms up and draw them over our head to the floor behind. And then bringing them back down by our side. And connecting that movement with our breath. Inhaling to raise the arms up from behind. And exhaling to draw them back down by our sides. 3 more times. And then when you're ready, hug those knees into the chest. Take a little gentle roll from side to side. Now let's roll the ankles. First in one direction and then in the other. And coming to stillness here. Let the feet come down onto the mat as you roll over onto your side, making your way up through tabletop to come and stand at the top of your mat. With your feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Turn the palms outwards. And again, just connecting to the breath. Inhale as the arms gently drift away from the sides. And exhale, letting them come back close to you again. And let's continue on with 4 more of these. And then when you're ready, from here, let's just do a nice gentle spinal roll. So let the head bow, start to round the shoulders, round the spine, rounding the whole body as you allow gravity to just draw you downwards, bending your knees. Everything is soft. And when your hands touch the earth, holding either elbow, just let's gently sway from side to side, shifting the weight from foot to foot. And then coming to stillness, let's roll all the way up until we're fully upright. And again, rolling down, roll the head, roll the shoulders, the spine, soften the pelvis, bend the knees. Coming all the way down, this time when your fingers touch the earth and connect with it, slowly begin to rise up again. Till you come all the way to upright. And one more time, rolling down. And then rising up. Until you're back to fully upright again, and again being conscious of your own alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Standing up nice and tall, carrying yourself by engaging the core. So there really shouldn't be an effort in standing up tall and fully aligned, because any effort there is should really be coming from the core. And then from here, let's just begin to swing. Let the arms swing, let the body swing. So you get some nice little twists of the spine, nice little rotations here as we just swing through. And then coming back slowly to stillness. And letting the left hand come on the hip, raising the right arm up. Let's take a bend to the left. And then swap and take it over to the right. And again, connecting with our breath here. From upright, exhale to bend on one side. Inhale back to upright as you change, and exhale to the other side. Continuing with that flow. And seeing, can you get a little deeper in your bend each time? Once more on each side. And once again, coming back to upright. Good. Okay. So from here again, hips are hip width apart. Let's raise those arms up over the head, past the ears, palms together. Raise the gaze and take a breath. And then sweeping the arms down, we're coming into a forward fold. Be gentle with yourself here. Bend your knees as much as you need to. You're just warming up still. And then taking it to halfway lift, lengthening through the spine here. So just ensuring that that back is nice and flat. And then forward fold. And let's step that right leg back to come into a low lunge. Again, it doesn't need to be too far back at this point. Keeping the toes of the foot that's connected to the mat pressed into the mat. So keep that connection with the earth and your foot all the way through. Arms up past the ears. Let's step it back into a plank. So again, setting yourself up. And let's take 3 breaths here. Again, connecting to the mat with those hands, almost clawing the fingers into the mat. And a softness in the elbow. And then lowering yourself down onto your mat through knees, feet, chest and belly. And then drawing up away with your forehead and chest before pressing up with the hands to come up through tabletop into your downward dog, and again slowly making your way up into your dog. So getting the spine right first as you press away from the mat, and then pedaling those feet. Until you're ready to come to stillness. And let's take 3 breaths here. Stretching that right leg out behind you. Let's step it through for our low lunge. And into your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up. Bring the arms, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. Sweeping through forward fold. And halfway lift. Establish, then take a breath. Forward fold again. And left leg back for your low lunge. And then taking it through to your plank for 3. And then you can lower yourself down either through your knees, feet, chest and belly, or bringing the body slightly in front of the wrists, coming down onto the mat straight. And then let's lift up the forehead and chest and press through to come up into your downward dog. Stretching the left leg out behind you. Let's step it through for a low lunge. And then stepping up into your forward fold. Bend the knees. Coming all the way up, bringing those hands into prayer at the chest. Good. Okay. Are we feeling good? Checking in with the feet again, that they are in a nice straight line. That your toes are pressed into the mat, standing up tall. Let's again raise the arms up over the head. Raise the gaze and take a breath. And sweeping the arms down, forward fold for a breath. Getting a little deeper now. And halfway lift. Forward fold again. This time stepping the right leg back, but coming into a warrior 1. So bending that left knee so it's directly over the left ankle. Maybe open the feet out a little bit wider on the mat for your own stability. As you rise up, square the hips. Draw the arms up past the ears. We're going to take 3 breaths here, engaging that core, either keeping it engaged all the way through, or if you prefer, as you exhale, drawing up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up. And then from here, coming forward, reaching the arms in front of you, taking a breath. And bring the hands down either side of the front leg, the left leg. Let's raise the right leg up for a breath. Trying to get it up to hip height if you can. Letting that right foot come back down onto the mat, stretching out the front leg for a breath. And then let's step it back into our plank for 3 breaths. And making your way down onto your mat, whatever way you choose, before rising up through your back bend into your downward dog. And again, 3 breaths here. Think about drawing your shoulder blades away from each other. So you're opening them out a little bit, making the upper part of your back as broad as possible. And then drawing that right leg up, let's step it forward to rise up into our warrior 1, squaring the hips, setting up the pose, raising the arms, 3 breaths here. And then hinging at the hips as we reach forward with the arms for a breath, gaze downwards. And bringing the hands down either side of that right foot as you shift the weight into the right leg and raise the left leg up. And then lowering that left leg down as you stretch out the front leg, folding forward for a breath. And bending that right knee, step the left foot up to meet the right as you come into your forward fold here. Bending the knees, coming all the way up, palms together. Raise the gaze and take a breath. Sweeping the arms down into forward fold. And halfway lift. Forward fold again. Stepping that left leg back for your warrior one here, setting up those feet so you're nice and stable, bending the knee over the ankle, raising the arms up. Two more breaths here. Reaching forward with the arms. Bringing the hands down to frame the foot as you raise the left leg up. Lowering that left leg, folding forward over the right leg. And let's step it back into our plank for 3 breaths. Keeping that connection with the hands and the mat. Bringing yourself down onto your mat in whatever way works for you. And then drawing the forehead and chest away before pushing on up into your downward dog again for 3 breaths. As you get into your pose, then closing the eyes and really connecting with yourself, with your breath. And raising that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through for our warrior one. Zoning in on your connection here with the mat, with your feet. Feeling that mat under your feet. Feeling the pads of the toes connect. And reaching forward here. And then hands down, raising the right leg up. Letting the right leg step back down to the mat as you stretch out the front leg and breathe. And then stepping the right foot up beside the left, hip width apart in your forward fold. And bend the knees, coming all the way up to the top of your mat, bringing the hands into prayer at the chest. And if you've drifted down the mat, as I have done, step back up to the top. Good. Closing the eyes here. And just breathing. Checking in on yourself. How you're feeling. One more breath here. And then let's raise those arms up over the head again and raise the gaze. Sweeping the arms out to the side. Forward fold. And coming to halfway lift. And forward fold. And from here we're going to step that right leg back, but this time we're lining up the heels so that they're in a straight line with each other. bend the left knee. We're going to rise up into a warrior two. Excuse me having my back to you. Check in that your shoulders remain over your hips, that they're not just tipped slightly forward. So getting the body position right, raising the arms out into a T, gazing out over that left arm. Soften the shoulders, 3 breaths. And from here, bending that left elbow, let the arm rest on the thigh as you raise that right arm up past the ears, keeping the chest nice and open, taking a breath. And then moving it from here into a triangle, so letting that left hand point down towards the earth as you extend out that left leg, raising the right arm up with the gaze. And then from here, letting both hands frame the foot as you rotate on that right toe, and we're going to step it back into a plank. Taking 3 breaths here. And letting those shoulders come a little forward as you drop down, or come down through your knees, feet, chest and belly. And draw up into your back bend. And on up to your downward dog. For 3 breaths. Stretching that right leg out behind you. Let's step it through and then line up that left foot with it. So the heels are in a straight line, bending the right knee as you rise up. Let's come into our warrior two, setting up the arms, turning the gaze. Keeping those shoulders soft. And then bending that right elbow as you rest on the thigh, drawing the left arm up past the ear. And then setting up your triangle. And then letting both hands come down as you just rotate that left foot, stepping the left foot up to meet the right in your forward fold. Take a breath. Getting deeper and deeper into that fold each time. Bend the knees. Coming all the way up. Step to the top if you've shimmied down. Palms together, raise the gaze. And through to forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold again. Let's step the left leg back to line up those heels, bending that knee over the ankle, Rising up to warrior two. Being aware of that core. And then bending the elbow to come into your extended side angle. And through to your triangle. And then rotating the body as you step that left foot across and make your way into your plank. Making your way down onto your mat, whatever way you like. And then drawing up into your back bend. And through to your downward dog. And then raising that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through, stepping that right foot across to come to our warrior two. And then bringing it through to our extended side angle. And our triangle. And then just rotating on the mat to step that right foot up to meet the left in your forward fold. And then coming all the way up to the top, bringing the hands into prayer at the chest again. Stepping back to the top of the mat if you've moved down. Checking out the feet. Closing the eyes, connecting with your breath and with yourself. And then when you're ready, raising those arms up over the head once again and raise the gaze. Sweeping down into a nice deep forward fold. And coming to halfway lift. And forward fold again. And then from here, coming to upright. Shifting the weight into the left leg. Let's raise this right leg up, holding on to the shin. Flexing that right foot. And then taking it from here into a tree pose, So that right foot goes either onto the ankle or the calf or the thigh. Oh, keeping that knee at a nice right angle. And maybe raising the arms up. Let's take 3 breaths here. Bringing the hands into prayer at the chest, stretching that right leg out as you bend forward, hopefully more successfully than me. You can, of course, let that right foot come down onto the mat, raising it up just for 1 breath. And then let the hand and the leg come down as we step back into our plank for 3 breaths. And coming down onto your mat, let's rise up with the forehead and chest and pushing on up through tabletop to come into your downward dog. And stretching that right leg out behind you, stepping it through, bringing your left foot up beside it as you come all the way up to stand, this time shifting the weight into that right leg as you draw the left leg up, flexing the foot, finding your stillness. And then either let the foot come down onto the mat and then raise it onto the leg wherever you wish for your tree pose, or take it straight there. Again, finding your stillness and maybe raising the arms up over the head. Bringing the hands into prayer at the chest. We're going to stretch that left leg out behind us, and you can touch it off the floor if you like as you get there. As we bend forward and just raise that leg up for 1 breath. Then stepping it underneath us, coming into our forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. Sweeping down into forward fold. And halfway lift. Forward fold again. And bending the knees, coming up to stand, shifting that weight again into that right leg as we draw the left leg up, holding onto the shin, taking 3 breaths. Letting the core help you here with your stillness. And then taking it through to a tree pose. Making that transition whatever way works for you. And from here, bringing the hands into prayer at the chest and drawing that left leg out behind you as you bend at the hips for a breath. Letting the leg come down, stepping it back into a plank for 3 breaths. Making your way down onto your mat. And then drawing the forehead and chest away before pushing up to your downward dog. Stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through. And then step that right foot up beside it. Coming all the way up to stand. Shifting the weight into this left leg. Drawing up the right leg. Finding your stillness. And then taking it from here to your tree, making that transition, whatever way works best for you. Trying to keep that knee at a right angle. And then taking it from here, bringing the hands into prayer at your chest and drawing the right leg back out behind you as you hinge forward for a breath. Stepping that right foot down into your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up. Bringing the arms into prayer at the chest, closing your eyes, connecting with your breath, with yourself. With this moment. And then from here, raising those arms up, raise the gaze and take a breath. Sweeping down into your forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Forward fold. Stepping back to a downward dog this time, so straight back into a downward dog. Two more breaths here. And then draw the knees down onto the mat. Open out the feet. And let's bring that right knee up to the right wrist as you walk the right foot in front of the left knee. And bring yourself down into a nice pigeon pose. Scanning the body here, seeing how you feel. Feeling connected to every fiber of your body. Noticing how your breath moves through your body. One more breath here. And then coming back up onto the hands, draw that right leg back, bringing the left knee forward to that left wrist. As you let the right leg stretch back and come into your pigeon on this side. Softening the body. And then when you're ready, coming back into a tabletop and push back here to a nice extended child's pose. And when you're ready, then drawing up, just swinging yourself around to come and lie on your mat. Hugging those knees into the chest. And if you like, you can just gently massage the back here by rolling from side to side. And then let the feet come down onto the mat. And the legs come out long, feet flopping out to the side. And let the palms turn upwards as you soften your whole body and let it go. Letting go your toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles, your calves and shins. Letting go the backs of your knees and the fronts of your knees. The backs of your thighs and the fronts of your thighs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. the length of your spine, the back of your rib cage and your shoulder blades. Just let it go. Letting go the front of your rib cage, chest and shoulders. Your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And then take a moment to connect with this very moment. And allow your heart to fill with gratitude for this moment. And letting your attention go to your breath. Inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhaling through your nose or mouth. Each breath just helping you deepen that connection with your inner self. Greet your inner self with a smile. And notice how each breath just helps you connect a little deeper. And spend a few minutes here just getting to know and love yourself.